Poštovani gledalci, nalazimo se u posjeti kod gospodina Camerona Muntera, američkog ambasadora. Good day, Mr. Munter.
Yes, good to have you with us.
Welcome to TV Panovizia from Vršac and Radio Victoria. My colleague Tudora will ask you a question as well.
Sure.
About American policy. You know that the essence of American policy doesn't change with change the president. We have a new president sitting in the White House. Maybe you think that Mr. Obama see some new moments in Balkan politics, maybe something that might make Serbia more positive in the eyes of Americans.
I think that you're right that it's important that we have a new president. The new president brings a new atmosphere to our politics. And while the substance of our policy, as you said, will remain the same, we're optimistic about the atmosphere that Obama brings. The substance that remains the same is that we're committed, above all, to Serbia's accession to the European Union, to the kind of reforms to the institutions in Serbia that will help people gain trust in the institutions, in the courts, in the parliament, in local government, in those kinds of institutions. We want to help that happen. We are committed to that no matter who the president is. We're also committed to the prosperity of Serbia because we believe Serbia has a lot to offer, not only its own citizens but the European Union as well. When you talk about the atmosphere or the new president and the atmosphere he brings, it's a kind of optimism that we think is really encouraging. And he will be focusing, I believe, in Balkan affairs on all of the countries in the Balkans, making sure that all of the countries will be successful. There are differences among the countries in their economic development and their institutional status, but what we're sure about is that with Barack Obama, we will have a president who's going to be pushing for all the countries in the Balkans to be successful and ultimately be integrated into Europe.
Mr. Obama will maybe see something that previous presidents didn't see. Maybe we hope too much. We want something to change American policy. Is there any possibilities about that?
Certainly what you'll see is a president who is going to reach out to you with a hand of friendship. He has already been in touch with President Tadic, both on the question of the inauguration that Mr. Obama had, but also on your National Day. He's a man who's a builder, a man who wants to build friendship between our peoples, and I think that we can be optimistic about the future in that way. Nonetheless, I would want to be very clear that our support, our policy, supporting Serbia as a member of the European Union is the same policy we've had, and we are going to continue that no matter who the president is.
Is there any other issues except Kosovo that burdens the relations between Serbia and...
Kosovo is an issue, obviously, that we disagree about. But we feel that on a great number of issues, whether it's economic help, business, reform, military-to-military relationships, educational opportunities, travel to Europe, we agree absolutely with our Serbian friends and most of our friends in the Serbian government. We're concerned whenever there are issues that seem to take people back into the past. We think that the trauma of the last 20 years is very difficult, and we want to make sure that we focus with our Serbian friends on the future. And except for the disagreement about Kosovo, I'm optimistic we can do that.
If there is no disagreement, how would you imagine relations between Serbia and the U.S.?
I consider Serbian relations with the United States as excellent. I agree that, even though we don't have a common ground on Kosovo, the relations between Serbian people and American people are terrific. People from America who visit here are treated very well, very warmly. When I travel in this country, I'm treated very nicely. And there's a lot of things that are similar about the people of this country. There's an enormous amount of talent, and Americans recognize that. American businesses recognize the talent of Serbian workers. You have the possibilities to be the kinds of successes that you're capable of. And so I think that the relationship is good, and I tend to look at this as making a good relationship better and dealing with those issues that we disagree about in a constructive and measured way.